Hello friends, this is Apurvo, the book hunter, and I am today back with another book after a short delay. And today we will be discussing about the book written by Shirshendu mukhopadhyay. It's a collection of detective stories, Shirshendu, written by him, containing the stories featuring his sleuth character Shobor and few spy thrillers and political thrillers. And so first of all, before I start to discuss more deeply about this book, I'd like to just say one thing that about Shirshendu Mukhopadhyay. He's one of the most famed writers in Bengali literature of recent times. He wrote a lot for the young reader population. His writing consisted a lot of magic realism, absurdities, and paranormal science fiction elements all mixed up together. They were so much fun and they're absolutely hilarious. I loved him. I loved those stories. And recently, when a few movies came out featuring his detective character Shobor, I was intrigued. I wanted to check out this collection. So I bought this one. This is a hardcover edition from Ananda Publishers. It's as good as they come, and it has few spy thrillers and other Shobor stories. So it cost me like about 600 rupees minus the 20% discount. So I read this one. It had like 800 pages. I read it in a few days, and by the time I was finished, I was sorely disappointed. I don't know what else to say. I mean, take for example the two spy thrillers in this one, Bikele Mrityu and Shadabaral Karobaral. They are dismal. They are absolutely falling apart. The plot is so disorganized and it never really reaches, they never really reach the crescendo I was really hoping for. And the characters are just all over the place. I don't like these spy thrillers. They are bad. Plain bad. There are a few Shobor stories there which are really interesting. For example, I would say Shiri and Reen. In Reen, there was this concept of loneliness that was explored in detail, and it was really beautiful story. The characters were highly intriguing, and it was really great. A few of the Shobor stories were also very intriguing in their plots and were really great. But the rest of them had such loose plots and they fall apart in the end just unbearably. I like the other political or domestic terrorist type of terrorist thriller in there, Kapurush. It was really great. And I don't want to reveal too much about it. Just read it if you want to know. But I think the main problem here with these stories are that they are written for an adult reader population. There are pages and after pages about characters ruminating about their adultery, sexual misadventures, all the wrong decisions they took, and this and that, and somewhere in the middle the plot is all getting lost. I mean, you have to stay focused. If it's a detective story, it should be focused, it should be there. But all these stories, they fail to do so. And the thing is that the character of Shobor, he is such a great character. I mean, he's a unique sleuth. He's a police detective from Lal Bazaar, and he's this middle-aged man with not such great physical attributes, but he's such a great interrogator, and he gets under your skin. He's that sort of person, but he's so underutilized in all the stories. I mean, we get to know him a little through his interrogations and his investigations, but little do we know about him other than that. And the problem is that, again, the plots are sometimes so loose that it's very hard to keep it all together until the end. And I already told you, the characters has such lack of credibility, I think. I mean, you're reading a story, you move on to the next one, and you feel like the characters has just changed some skin and name and gone on to the next one to start their ruination. It's just painful sometimes. It's just painful. I really love Shirshendu mukhopadhyay writing, and I was really hoping this would be great, but it didn't somehow turn out to be. But I wouldn't go as much to say don't read this book. Do read this book. Some of the stories are really intriguing, and I really like the one with that domestic terrorism plot. Around the time of the Operation Blue Star and all that turmoil. So you can give it a quick read, but ultimately it was no fun at all. I mean, if I'm reading a book, it shouldn't feel like I'm really working hard to understand the book. Then there is no point in reading a book if it isn't fun at all. So I really had no fun. No chill at all. So that's a disappointment, I'd say, definitely. But well, I really love his writings, and I'm really looking forward to reading his Kishorpurna Samagro, which I will shortly review after I've read it. And well, do leave your comments below on what do you think about this book, and what do you think what do you think about this video. And so see you next time. Signing out. This is Apurva the Book Hunter.